Man, snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Reese Milligan rolling out.
Good question.
Brandon,
Yeah,
you want one quick question?
we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
What's good? 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 We back in the building, man. Happy Saturday to everybody. I just came in here to talk real quick, not to hold you too long because I didn't even charge my camera, so this thing can shut off at any time. You feel me? But let's get into it, bro. A lot of news happening right now. One of the big things that's going on right now. Let's look at it. Hold on. Let's look at it. Let me pull it up here. The Las Vegas Aces have decided. Oh, hold on. I think I have to. I'm gonna have to. Okay, there we go. There we go. We can do that. Okay, the Las Vegas Aces have decided to not renew the contract for general manager Natalie Williams. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why they chose to not renew her contract. It seems like things were kind of going well. I don't know if Kelsey Plum is staying this off season. Does that lead into like somewhat of a mini kind of, like little okay, Ace is gonna have to take a couple years, figure it out to build a championship team again around Asia Wilson because Chelsea Gray's getting a bit older. I think this is a part of super teams, right? Is when you put your chips in to trade for someone like a Chelsea Gray, when you set aside money to sign someone like a Candace Parker, when you set aside money to give Kelsey Plum and Jackie Young and Asia Wilson the keep they deserve. Then you start to run out of money. You start running out of room. You get caught up in a couple of things, and then it's like, oh man, like the run is dominant, but how long can the run last? I still don't know why. That being said, I still don't know why the Aces decided to do this. Here we go. Today, October 26, 2024. Las Vegas Aces president Nikki Fargas announced today that the team was restructuring its front office and will not be renewing the contract of general manager Natalie Williams. We are incredibly grateful for Natalie's invaluable efforts in building the Aces into a premier franchise in the WNBA, Fargas said. Her time with the organization extends back to the league's formative years in Utah, and she will forever be a part of our history. Having left an indelible mark as both a player and an executive, we wish the best for Natalie and her family. The Aces hired Williams as the team's general manager back in April 2000. So right before they won the championships in April 2022, and her leadership skills returned in immediate dividends as the team went on to win back-to-back WNBA championships in 2002, 2022, and 2023. It has been a joy and an honor to serve as the general manager of the Las Vegas Aces, said Williams. Winning two WNBA championships with this incredible group of players and staff has been a dream come true. Oh, what was good, Nate? What's good, Nate? I want to thank Mark Davis and the Aces organization for the incredible opportunity to help lead this franchise. I love the WNBA. It has been wonderful watching the growth of the game. I'm looking forward to what lies ahead. Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up. Hold on, man. Let me get this thing set up. We still get it set up. What's up? What's up, Nate? Crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Crazy. I don't get it. I don't know if it's something that we haven't seen or if it's some more stuff that's going on behind the scenes that I don't know. I don't know if the Aces are in trouble again. I don't know if it's just a simple thing of we paying everybody too much and we just can't afford everybody. I don't know what it is. If you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments. But the Aces, for those of you you guys see the headline up there. I got it pulled up. The Aces decided not to renew the contract of Natalie Williams, the general manager. Nathan said, "You think it's a refresher?" Nate, how is it a refresher, Nate? They just lost one time. Like I would get it if they lost like 2-3 times in a row. Excuse me, y'all. Losing once is not enough losses. Is not enough losing to give it up. I mean, I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Here we go. Nate said the last 2 years, I think it's just retooling the front office. Well, why do you need to retool the front office? Hold on. Let me share this little invite thing. I'm gonna put it in the chat, Nate, if you want to join. Um, but yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it'll be very interesting to see like what happens with this, what comes of this, because they didn't lose enough to retool, in my opinion. You already lost one of your assistant coaches. Now over there, the assistant coach is going to Golden State to build up the Golden State Valkyries, I believe their name is, and stuff like that. Now you have a new GM going out the way. We have the Hamby lawsuit looming over the franchise. Like I said, once again, Chelsea Gray's getting, you know what I'm saying, kind of up there, a little past the prime because, you know, you're coming off of an injury, a tough injury. You guys saw how much that kind of took her to bounce back and things of that sort. So I don't know. I don't know what the feature of the Aces is, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you, dude. All right, here we go. This previous offseason and last year, Natalie didn't really make the roster. Do you need to make the roster better, Nate? Do you need, like, I understand the whole EDD was a thing, right? Deldon, it was a thing, right? Where people were like, try to get EDD and things that, you know, just rich people being greedy. I don't know if that was necessary. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think if anything, what they could do with the draft picks that they had, because, you know, they lost some draft picks from cheating, you know, and things of that sort. Not cheating, but, you know, but treating De'Erica the way that they treated her, you know, you still, what did they do? They still had a team and things of that sort, man. You know, you still drafted the two. Who was the rookie that I really rock with? Alyssa, no, one Alyssa. It was another big. I had to see it, but then you drafted Kate Martin, and Kate Martin worked out well and stuff like that. Let me see what Nate said. The bench has been the elephant in the room. Yes, the bench has definitely been the elephant in the room. But like I said earlier, the bench and the lack of depth from the Aces was a result of like you going heavy all into building a super team. And when I say all that, if people want to be mad, here we go. What's up, Tiger? Tiger came in the building. Yes, no depth cost that Aces this season. It was going to catch up to him, like I said, at some point. You put you put all your marbles in one thing. You push it all in to build a super team, and this is the drawback you get. Yes, you dominate every team and you win every game for 2-3 years. That's great, but it all is going to fall down at some point. And now I see, okay, we still have Asia in the middle, and Asia's entering her prime. What can we do to maximize Asia's prime now? And I think what you have to do now is kind of like just, hey, we might have to do not a full rebuild, but a little John. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you don't have draft picks really to work with because of De'Erica Hamby, and you know you got a bad rep with free agents because of De'Erica Hamby. It's difficult. I don't know what you do now. Like, what do you do with Becky? How do they treat that? What do they do with Becky this season, off season, y'all? Y'all let me know. Kristen Bell hasn't improved. I think that's on that's on Becky. That's on Becky. That the KB hasn't improved so far and things of that sort. So we'll see. They need a 5. Oh, definitely need a 5. But hey, Nate, why don't they bring your homegirl on? The old girl you just had on the channel from South Carolina, Coates, Atlanta Coates. Why don't they get Atlanta Coates? NY is proof. Here we go. NY is proof of quality depth and cheap role players. The Asians haven't made these moves. Well, Kim, that is a good point. One, B, at the same time, yeah. I think if anything, the Liberty is a better example of good scouting and good drafting because Phoebus was a rookie. Phoebus was a rookie this season, and Sabali, that was just great drafting. I feel like on their part, you know, obviously everybody kind of looked at Lil Sab as Lil Sab around the WNBA space, and for New York to see that vision, and you know, I guess in part to help out Sab, you know, be comfortable in New York and things of that sort. Ended up working out 2 years later after the fact. They kept the faith in her and didn't cut her after she kept getting hurt and after she kept just, you know, playing limited minutes. It worked out when they needed the most and brought everything together. I think that's more a testament to scouting. But yeah, like you said, that is a good point, Kim, as well. Nate said that would be a great signing. So Nate says bring back Elena Coates. Nate says bring back Elena Coates and put Elena Coates at the 5 for the Aces. I think that would be very interesting to see, man. Uh, well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they've tried the Colts thing a couple times. She didn't really get minutes, but if you think that's who needs to play and stuff like that, we'll see in this offseason. She'll probably earn her way back in the W. Because she's had a body transformation. She's lost a lot of weight. She says she's just been healthy. She ain't sick and nothing like that. She's just been working really hard, eating healthier, living a healthier lifestyle. So I don't know. I think that would be an interesting fit at the 5 for the Aces to sit next to Asia. They do need a 5. Kia Stokes, he said Kia Stokes is off. For everybody new in, welcome back. Nate's been talking to me. Nate and Kim have been talking to me in the chat. Y'all make sure y'all say what's up or give me your thing. We talking about the Aces right now. I said the Aces are in a position right now where they went fully loaded. They put all their chips in the basket to build a super team. And now, of course, that's going to play well for you in the immediate. You're going to win every game for the next 2-3 years. But after that, after a while, everything starts breaking down. And the only thing they really have now to work on is Asia. Asia's entering her prime. That's like the best news for them right now. Kim said the Aces need a 2-way post to help out Asia. So Kim's looking for but they got the girl that they drafted. Hold on. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen for a second to pull up because they drafted a big. They literally drafted a big last year, and she was just hurt this season. But she was a pretty decent player in college. I just want to make sure I get her name right and stuff like that. I'm pulling up the draft from last year, yo. Hold on, where we at? Here we go. Let me share the screen with y'all so y'all not in the dark. Where we at? Here we go. Okay, I'm pulling up the draft. Kitley, yeah, from Virginia Tech. What are you talking about? She kind of soft. Kitley was decent at Virginia Tech. I like Kitley. And Georgia Amore. I like that 1-2 combination, man. That's a decent combination. And I think that, you go out and see what she could do. Roll out the ball, see what she could do. You saw what Kate did. Kate was a very, very good rookie this season. I don't know. I say you give Kitley a chance this season. I think that's the big that y'all asking for. Like the exact big is the one that y'all asking for. So we'll see what happens there. Nate is saying free agency will be the answer. Oh, see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. Natasha Howard. Y'all think Natasha Howard is gonna? I think okay. So obviously Tasha Howard said she wanted to leave, or she is leaving Dallas, and she said, "Thank you, Dallas, for everything. I'm leaving. On to the next." I felt like Tasha Howard's always been kind of like a bit undersized for a 5. That's just my opinion personally, but she obviously is one of the better front court options available this offseason in the W. So we'll see that. I wouldn't put trust in her guarding JJ and BG, a good role player for the immediate time. Who you talking about, Kim? You talking about Natasha, or you talking about Kitley? Because I think you roll the ball out and you give Kitley a chance. Like I said, we saw how Kate Martin worked out for them, and I thought, okay, he's talking about Kitley. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I just think Tasha Howard's one of the better forwards in the league, and obviously on the free agent market this year. But Angela Young, she's kind of undersized. Like I want a big, like who would have been perfect. Oh man, should we say it? Okay, all right. I want to really mix up the pot, and I know a lot of y'all be like, "Oh, he's just talking, Is Cam Beige coming back this year? is Liz Cam Beige coming back this year? Because they keep, what I'm saying, kind of like teasing it a little bit on social media, like shout out Lex. Kim said no, because I see a lot of Indiana Fevers. A lot of Indiana Fever fans, they want a lot of Indiana Fever fans, they want Cam Beige, but I'm like, hey, you know who would be a good fit next to Asian Wilson? How about we try to lose Cam Beige? All right, cool. But I'm trying to think of a 5 that is a realistic goal for the Aces to get to pair next to Asia, and then just depth period, like we're talking about. I think it is an interesting thing when you see the whole TP thing, the TP slash Sid thing. Obviously, for the sake of chemistry purposes and keeping things going and keeping things light in the locker room and keep it gluing that team together. But you know what I'm saying, if you riding a tight ship of we only have 12 players, you know what I'm saying, Jackie's probably on lockdown. We don't know what's gonna happen with KP. We don't. Like, I mean, we can say they're going to stay together, family. We just saw Klay Thompson go to the Dallas Mavericks. So, I mean, at the end of the day, business is business. KP might be looking for a fresh start just mentally, bro. She just went through a huge life change this offseason. I mean, last offseason. So, who knows if she's looking to go to a new place just for the new scenery and to get her mind clear. I don't know. We'll see right there. That woman is a headache. Every team she touches, there's also a problem. 100%. That's facts. We're talking about Liz Cambage here. But yeah, that's what I think about the Aces. I think it'll just be very interesting to see how they kind of handle that this season. Natasha Howard is probably the best obvious option. Maybe whatever big Dallas doesn't keep. Uh, so you saw in like Kalani Brown or Tierra McCowan, because I feel like Dallas has literally all the bigs in the league. It's not that many bigs in the league, bro. Like if you think like genuine fives that are just like bigger and taller than everybody, you probably got like Cardoso and like the Dallas Wings. I was about to say the Mavericks, but so it's just like yeah, okay. I see the vision, Kim. I see the vision. They need to figure out how to use them. Dallas needs prayer. Dallas needs prayer, maybe new ownership. It just ain't working. They done went through 80 coaches since 2013. We done seen about 5 different versions of the Dallas Wings since 2020. I'll be a little more kind. We've seen 5 different versions of the Dallas Wings since 2018. Them jokers, they need prayer. That's what they need. I done seen 80 coaches, 5 different versions of the Wings, and countless WNBA stars go in and go out of that franchise. So that's what they need. But yeah. I'm about to move on to the next thing though. The Shaq thing. So we went from talking basketball to like talking something that's not basketball, but I think it's something kind of important to discuss. It's this Shaq and Angel Reese situation. So for those of you unfamiliar with what's going on, Shaq and Angel Reese, Shaq was on Angel Reese's podcast this week, and on the pod, it was kind of like a disaster, for lack of a better term. And the podcast was funny. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was funny. It went well and all of those things. But then, like at the very end, Shaq says this, and it becomes like a big deal, and it becomes the main story and the main clip of the entire deal.
Lil Durk. Bro, imagine you in the
I'm not imagining.
let me finish. Imagine you in the same little shirt you had on at the Wild and Out show, Duncan. You know how many t-shirts you gonna sell, cuz? You tripping.
Oh my
What?
God.
What?
Oh God.
The same little shirt you had on.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Duncan,
All right. All right.
bro.
So yeah, Shaq said that. He pretty much just said, for those of you wondering, shout out Nate. He pretty much said like what everybody else is saying, man. Like he said that Angel Reese should wear the shorts that she was wearing at Wildin' Out. Hold on, I'm trying to pause this because I don't want this to be playing and stuff while I'm trying to talk. But he said you should wear the same shorts that you wore at Wildin' Out and dunk and put it on a poster or put it on a t-shirt, and that's how y'all can sell more. I guarantee you will sell more for that. Yeah. What Nate said, Shaq, you out of pocket. But at the same time, I think this is a much bigger discussion here. You know what I'm saying? Like the discussion here with men is like we got to look in the mirror as men, right? Because I think the more disappointing thing of this is not just exactly Kim. It's not just about Shaq saying this to a younger woman that he think is attractive and things of that sort. This is someone who has referred to himself as Uncle Shaq to Angel Reese. This is someone who has referred himself as an OG, as a father figure to Angel Reese. This is someone who Angel Reese, senior day at LSU, he brought her, he came out on the court with her like he was her dad. You know what I'm saying? All of these things. He helped sign her to Reebok, get her all of these things, showed up on a podcast showing love. It seems like genuine love and genuine support. And then he says something like that about her. Like Kim is saying, his daughter is a freshman right now. And, he has other children who are, Sharif is probably like older. Sharif is probably older than Angel Reese. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got kids that are Angel Reese's age. You have daughters that are Angel Reese's age. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's disappointing because for women, it's difficult for women, bro. Like, not even to get on no like preachy stuff or anything like that, but in society, it's just difficult for women to navigate because like we made it socially acceptable for men to chase after women and like be dogs and stuff and treat women as a piece of meat, and a society where the heterosexual kind of relationships are like accepted and kind of considered the norm and things of that sort. So with that, women have to put up with a lot. So for a man to protect a woman and to show him like, yo, you can trust me, you can bring your safe space, like woman has to be mad vulnerable for that, bro. And for you to like kind of let her in your space and then show her that she need to be worried about you too by saying stuff like this, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Nate saying he don't get why Shaq is like this at sometimes. And that's why gatekeeping exists. 100%, Nate. That's why gatekeeping exists, bro. It is what it is. I think at the end of the day, like I said, like, I'm not perfect, bro. Please do not look at me as some feminist, just like self-righteous preacher man, this and that, and the standard for moral ground. I am not perfect. We all fall short of the glory because I'm a human being, bro. That's just what it is. But this moment definitely made me sit back and see it from an outsider's perspective of like, dang, that's how it comes across when you talk to one of your female friends like that, or someone like, what I'm saying, whoop de whoop, and you make a little side comment or you make a little slick comment or you say something about their appearance that crosses the line of just like a normal compliment and saying, oh, you look nice today, I like this, versus something that goes into creep territory, that goes into something that makes the other person feel uncomfortable and less human. At the end of the day, we're all humans. Angel Reese is a human. She's a young woman. She might be 22, 23. Angel Reese too young for me, and I'm still in my 20s. So Shaq, 50, talking like this, you're supposed to be the wise one. You're supposed to be the one that has yourself a little more under control and more discipline with the words you say and the way that you speak to someone who looks up to you, someone who looks at you as a family member and a mentor and all of these things. And for you to do that, it was very disappointing. But it also, like I said, made me look at myself and be like, dang, what are some of the things and the ways that I interact with the women in my life, particularly, more specifically, my platonic female friends? How do I interact with them on a day-to-day basis? And when they say, yo, I feel uncomfortable here, I do this here, blah, blah, blah. Exactly. He's also her boss at Reebok. When you do all of this, so it's also a power dynamic there, which is just terrible. She had this high moment of announcing, I got a Reebok shoe coming out in the spring. I'm doing this, and I'm bringing on Shaq to talk about it. I'm so excited. And Shaq talking about, wear them booty shorts, girl. What is we talking about? What is we talking about, Shaq? That's why it's important who you bring into your circle and who you're networking with. 100%, Nate. And for men, covering a woman's sport is definitely important to check other male reporters and other male media members who are around these young women. These women, especially if you're covering the college, if you're covering a high school All-American, if you're covering the WNBA and some rookies or some even the vets, because it's a different timeline with athletes. Like a vet is considered like a 28-year-old or 29. That's still a young woman, bro. It's important for us to look ourselves in the mirror and check our behavior and check others around us as well to make sure that women are protected. More specifically, Black women are protected the way that we say we protect Black women. Because it's one thing to go after, okay, you see a cat call, or you see a woman get harassed on the street, or you see a woman get abused or something like that in the public space, and you say, hey, don't do that. Or like, nah, man, we ain't doing that. Da, 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 da. That's one thing with that. But it's another thing when you say that and then you turn around and say, oh, yeah, wear them little booty shorts again. What is we doing, bro? That just shows that you ain't no better than them. We have to check our actions. We have to check our mindset. We have to check our discipline. We have to check all of these things as men and women. But right now, we're just speaking to men because men have to hold themselves accountable for this, bro. This is unacceptable from Shaq, and we have to call it out for what it is. And we also have to look at ourselves and be like, dang, my actions here, my comment here to my friend was unacceptable. And you need to talk to that friend. If you can still talk to them, if they ain't block you and report you to the police yet, yo, that wasn't cool what I said. Whoop the whoop. Let's keep it pushing, man. That's what it come down to for real, man. Shaq's not gonna change. Shaq's a billionaire and he's 50 years old. He does not care. It's going, you know what I mean? He is who he is. But for the rest of us, we can change. One thing that we can affect and one thing that we can look at and switch our behavior is the behavior of ourselves. And it's our job as men to do that, to do so every day and stuff like that, and make sure we get in line and stuff. I hope his daughter doesn't feel compelled to meet her father's standards. Yeah, 100%. And at the end of the day, Kim and Nate and everybody else in here watching, hello, if you just tuning in and stuff like that. The end of the day, the answer to more men supporting women's basketball doesn't come down to wearing booty shorts. It doesn't come down to lowering the rims to dunk. It doesn't come down to, a bathing suit, Sports Illustrated issue. What it comes down to at the end of the day is the fact that we as a society value men more than we value women. And it will always be like that. The women's game, if you can't see it by now, bro, you just blind. I mean, you just blind, or you know what I'm saying, or sexist, or a combination of both. If you can't see right now that the women's game is just a better product and a more quality product of basketball than the men's game, the NBA and college men's basketball, then you know what I'm saying, you just too blind. You too far gone to see it, bro. But it's been that way for the last few years, at least the last 4 or 5 years, especially when you seeing the new numbers and everything like that and stuff like that, man. Like it's a fact. Like the women's game just looks better now because the rim is still 10 feet. So you're forced to play under the rim 98% of the time. And because you're forced to play under the rim, you're forced to continue to focus on the basics and fundamentals of basketball. And it's just a much cleaner product. It's a much more enjoyable product to watch sometimes, because the men's game, thanks to the Ball is Life, Hoop Mixtape, Overtime, Slam era, and the 2010s and the late 2000s and things of that nature, highlight tape, everybody want to dunk. Everybody want to highlight. Everybody want to be famous. Everybody want to be Mikey Williams so they can get 1 million followers, $1 million NIL, and get their clout and do all that and get lit at a young age through basketball. That's all the boys and the men care about. So because of that, the quality of the game is going down and the quality of the women's game is going up because, like Fla J said, when she was in high school, they've gotten trainers and they just focus on the fundamentals of the game, bro. So I say all of this to say, especially Shaq. We're not even listening to Shaq. If you listen to the full podcast, Shaq said, I never watched any of your games at LSU. I don't watch college basketball. I barely watch your games. And then he had the nerve to turn around 5 seconds later and say, you remind me of Antoine Jameson. How she remind you of Antoine Jameson? You ain't even seen the girl play. And you can see the betrayal and like how Angel felt. She was like, we both went to LSU. She said, but you went to my game. He said, yeah, I watched you in the Final Four. And then she said, you went to the Colorado game. He said, yeah, I did. I went to that game, but I don't watch college basketball. I just don't watch it. I just don't care for it. And it's like, you can see Angel seeing before her eyes like the portrayal of just like, I thought I had someone I could trust. I thought I had a true, genuine friend in this business, in this game. And you just turned out to be like everybody else. You didn't even care that I was talented or I was good at basketball. You just cared that I looked good. That's really sad. And he said Shaq said he don't even watch his kids play it for real like that in college. He got a son that was going to Texas Southern. He got some other kids that are playing college ball. Of course, Sharif was where he was, and now his daughter is now at Florida, I believe, and things of that sort. So it's just yeah. He said that, Kim. He said that, Kim. That was crazy. Also making money. Yeah. You're just making money, man. And so yeah. So it's just like that, bro. Like, it felt like Angel thought she had a friend, she had someone to confide in, a safe place, and he just kind of like showed her like, nah, that ain't really what this is. Like, I support you, I rock with you, everything like that, but at the same time, you here because you cute. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it? But at the end of the day, Shaq did say a couple funny things and whatever. He's Shaq for a reason. It's like Shaq, Snoop Dogg, those guys are always going to be famous. A lot of people going. I think Snoop Dogg is probably a lot less problematic than Shaq, which is funny because, Snoop had that entire court case, which leads me to the next thing, court case in the 90s, man. Lil Durk. So Lil Durk, the reason why I'm speaking on this Lil Durk issue, you might be like, why is he speaking on it? Whoop de whoop. It's just to bring up the important topic once again of drill music and the lyrics we listening to and everything like that. Lil Durk is now arrested, trying to live up to some comments, bro. Trying to live up to some comments about everything like this. What was he saying? The comments about, oh, you didn't slide for Durk, you ain't slide for Durk, this and that, whoop de whoop. And now he slid for Durk. And apparently or allegedly he's slid for Durk, things of that sort. And now you locked up because you got caught up because you didn't do it the right way. Here's the thing. How is she going to go forward after this? Man, Angel has no, like Kim said, bro, she just signed an extension. The shoe is coming out next spring. Angel has no other choice but to just stay. Unless she's gonna demand and this is a lot of money. Angel get paid from the endorsements and the outside of basketball money. She just made a whole big deal about that. And she made a joke. Oh yeah, I guess I can pay my bills now, huh? She just made that joke. She can't turn around, bang on Shaq's, desk and say, I want out. She can't do that. That's why you need, what I'm saying, you need discernment. You need, some smart people around you, some OGs. Young lady, he ain't around you for this. Young man, he ain't around you for this. She ain't around you for this. You better watch out. Or they ain't around you for this. You need that. But yeah. So I think that's what happens with Angel. She has no other choice but to stay and do the contract, learn your lesson, cut ties with Shaq if you want to out there and keep it pushing. Yes, this Durk thing. I think this is, a lot of people have been saying this could be very well the end of drill music. I agree. Drill music, I think, is coming to an end. It has to. Durk is facing potentially like a life sentence. Young Thug has been facing a potential life sentence for the past 2-3 years. And Thug isn't drill, Thug is trap, but it's the same thing, bro. It's just like all of these things, these guys, the lifestyle is catching up to them, bro. And you can't just rap about something and say, I'm not a rapper, I actually do all of these things, and then turn around and say you can't use my lyrics against me in court. Hey, when you're obviously living that life, when it's like real life events and headlines line up with what you're rapping with, at the same time, you're snitching on yourself. Rap snitches. Man, RP MF Doom, man. But it's the same thing. And it's like with Durk, it's unfortunate because I see just an insecure man, honestly. I see an insecure young man on the inside of the hard exterior of a very talented grown adult man and a father. That's what you see on the outside, but on the inside is an insecure man that still wants to live up to the expectation or the whatever you want to call it of a hood, of a real one, of a real rap artist and things of that sort. You got Instagram comments and YouTube comments. Why you ain't slide for mine? Why you ain't slide for mine? Why you ain't slide? Durk, you got to be like 30, bro. Why are you folding to the comments saying you ain't slide for Vaughn? If you slid for Vaughn, what did you gain? A life sentence, a potential life sentence. What are we talking about right now, bro? We have to move smarter, bro. This is so frustrating that another young black man, a talented black man, has thrown away his life just to live up to some realness of some internet comments, bro. Them kids do not know you. Like Dante said, now them same kids that said, why you ain't slide for Vaughn? Why you ain't slide for? Oh, he's stupid. Why he do that? He just threw away his whole career. Man, these people do not care about y'all, man. These strangers on the internet commenting do not care about y'all, bro. They care about the facade that y'all put on. So when y'all do stuff in real life to please the people, the strangers that you don't know in real life, this is the repercussions. Life in prison sentence. What are we doing right now, bro? We have to move smarter. We have to be smarter, bro. What are we doing right now for real? So that's the thing with Durk. That's the thing with Durk. And I do think this is the end of drill music. This just solidified it. And we will be moving on to the next scene. So Tyler, Creator, once again, he dissed Ian. He won't stop dissing Ian. He dissed him again and said, you know, the white boy did this. And, you know, y'all mad at me because I said the white boy is mocking us. I don't care. I said what I said. And it's just funny to see. But Tyler is who we going? Hold on, I got to share this again. Tyler's dropping on Monday at 6 a.m. Tyler Creator's dropping on Monday at 6 a.m. And then Earth Gang, they are hold on. And then Earth Gang's dropping on Tuesday. And you know, these artists are really dropping on Tuesdays again and trying to make that a thing because they're just frustrated with the people not listening to them for real. Like people was not paying attention to these Friday drops, and that's why we're talking more about the social media beef and the song. That's a whole nother thing I gotta talk about, man. The joint with Brandon Ingram hitting the fadeaway jumper, the game winner with 4 seconds over Anthony Simmons, and they dapping him up afterwards and saying, tell her who better, because they both got the same baby moms. Man, the reason why we focus on all this stuff, a lot of it goes so we have too much free time on our hands. A lot of the free time, where does that stem from? From the albums dropping on Friday. The album drop on Friday. You're going to play it at a listening party on a Friday. You're going to play it over the weekend with background music. You ain't going to really be paying attention to the lyrics. So what you're going to be focusing on more is looking at your phone while you're at these social events. And therefore, it has led us to not focus on the actual music, but on the gossip around the music more, because we drop in the music when we partying and in social settings. You drop it in the middle of the week, it forces people to focus, because in the middle of the week, what you're doing, you're working and you're going to the gym, you're doing your routine and everything like that. You're dropping the kids off at school, you're going to church, you're going to a Bible study, whatever you're doing in the middle of the week. That is why Tyler is like, let's drop the music in the middle of the week again, because I feel like it'll force people to focus on the actual music. Now, what will that do? Will it actually work? We'll see. I don't know. But we'll just have to see this upcoming week. So Tyler, once again, if you're new, coming in new, Tyler's dropping on Monday. Earth Gang is dropping on Tuesday. Artists are really making a push to drop in the middle of the week again on Tuesdays as opposed to Friday. But yeah, here we go. I want to read this. I love how Tyler's addressing everything folks have been saying about him, and it starts about Ian. And I like when artists do that, period, in songs instead of just doing it online, because it's like, bro, just put it in a song, make some money off of it, we'll respect you more, instead of just making up something in a song and things of that sort. So that's Tyler and Ian once again. And then one of the last things I want to talk about, man, this is one of the last things I want to talk about today. Nate said, what happened to music? Nate, the good music is still out there. See, the thing is, the attention isn't on the good music. We focusing on the other things because, like I say, the music is dropping on Friday. The music's dropping on Friday, so we paying attention to when we playing the music. We might be at a social function, we might be at a wedding, we might be at a family cookout, we might be at something to where the music is playing in the background, and we not really think we might be running errands. We not really thinking of the actual music and the actual lyrics. We thinking about whatever we're doing at the time, and the music is just a background noise. But this is the last thing I wanted to say, man. This is the last thing I wanted to talk about today, and then we getting out of here. Hey, Nate, I appreciate you for showing up, a real one. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Nate, man. Nathan Snell, formerly known as Big Nate. But yeah. Hold on. Here we go. We gonna go up here, man. Let's do this. We gonna end this with this one. All right, I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna pause this, and we gonna go out like this. Y'all have a good weekend, or y'all have a good Saturday. I'll do it like this. Beyoncé. Beyoncé last night spoke at Kamala Harris's rally. And the thing that I was most proud of with this was that Beyoncé didn't sing. Beyoncé didn't dance. Beyoncé didn't, oh. She ain't do none of that. She just spoke about why she's supporting the candidate that she's supporting, and then she got off the stage. That's what I want to see. If you're going to do a celebrity political endorsement, that's what I want to see, especially if you black. Because these folks, the Democrats and the Republicans, both doing the same thing. When they get an entertainer to come out there to co-sign what they got going, they got to sing and dance. The Republicans, the MAGAs, going to get whoever they're going to get. And Nate, you didn't see it. She pretty much just said, I didn't come up here as a celebrity. I came up here as a mother. Kamala is putting the people first. She's putting our people first. She cares about our communities. She's continuing to sow back into our communities. Kamala is the way to freedom. Kamala is protecting pretty much critical race theory education. And Kamala is protecting the rights, the abortion rights for women. And I don't even know if I could say that word on here. They might flag it and demonetize this video because I said that. But yeah, that's pretty much what Beyoncé said. And then they cheered the entire time and stuff like that. That's all it was. But all I'm saying is you got the Republicans, they'll bring out Waka Flocka Flame or whoever. I can't keep up with who's supporting who. But whoever's publicly supporting MAGA and they are artists, they're going to come out there and perform their little song. Everybody gonna act like they like the music. They don't really like the music. They're not a fan of them. They just happy that they're supporting the candidate that they want. And then, and then we get off. And the main discussion is the main discussion of the day is, the performance. Hey, did you see this performance? Hey, did you see so fucking and show driving? As opposed to, why did this celebrity decide and choose to endorse this political candidate? And, so I feel like it's a slap in the face to black people, and it's a slap in the face to the American people, honestly. When you bring up an entertainer to dance and sing or dribble a basketball, like imagine if Chris Paul came out to a Kamala Harris event with a basketball and just started dribbling like the Harlem Globetrotters. You feel insulted, would you not? So why is it different with that a rapper or a singer or something coming out for Kamala Harris, man? Or the whatever Democrat or Republican? It is embarrassing, bro. If you're old enough to vote, you're old enough to have like just the decisions or the thought process of mature enough, intelligent enough to decipher, okay, this is why we're here. We want to know about this candidate because this thing and this thing and this thing. I don't want you tap dancing for some from fried chicken, man, to get me to tell me to vote, pissing on my leg and tell me it's raining. I'm sorry, Mama, if you're watching when I just said that. But it's like, what are we doing here, bro? If we're old enough to vote, you're saying that we are in a good enough mental space to know what the heck is going on. I don't need you to bring in Hawk Tua, girl. I don't need you to bring in Hawk Tua and say, Hawk Tua, abortion rights. Like, I don't need that to let me know that it's important to vote in this particular election. It's stupid, bro. It's a slap in my face. It's a slap in the face. So I'm glad. Salute to Beyonce for not tap dancing, for not singing at a political event. And shout out to Killer Mike for even pointing that out. He said, I don't tap dance and sing at political events. I appreciate that perspective, and it just is what it is. So that's how I feel about it. It's like the DJ was playing Frankie Beverly and Maze and Till I Let Go. He was playing that joint, and they was all dancing and partying. And like, that's cool. Like, we have so much fun. That's great. But the reality of the situation is America's at a crossroads right now. You got a lot of people who used to support one side now saying, I ain't going to vote for neither one. I'm voting for Jill Stein. I'm voting for Cornel West, or I ain't voting at all because of the support of the, of the monetary support that the United States has given to Israel, more money than they've given to any other country during their attacks on Gaza after, Hamas, attacked, obviously, Israel. What was that, over a year ago, like October 7th, 2023. And, just the unimaginable violence that has happened and the blood that's been on America's hands because America's given so much money to Israel to kind of fund that entire thing. So I don't know, man. It's all nasty. The prices are up as effect with everything. Everything's up. I know a lot of my homies can barely even just afford to live by themselves. You get a 4-year college degree. The degree don't even mean nothing now. They say, oh, well, you got to adapt. You got to become a content creator. You got to people shouldn't have to do all that. They shouldn't have to have 3-4 jobs just to maintain themselves. And you say, well, you got to adjust to the times. It just is what it is. I saw this thing on JJ Redick with this ESPN announcer, right? And the ESPN announcer was telling a story like it was a feel-good story. Hold on. Did the camera pat? I think the camera stopped. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second here. Let me switch this camera up. Let me see how I do this. Stop the mic or cam. How you do this? Okay, hold on. Y'all give me a second. Let me see how to do this. Settings. I'm trying to figure this out. I told y'all the cam. All right, hold on. We switching back to the. All right, here we go. So yes, I was saying this to say the JJ Redick thing. He was telling the story about how JJ Redick was such a good dude and stuff like that, and how his daughter was sick one time, and he gave him a pep talk about his daughter, and he decided that he still wanted to press through because he gave him such a good pep talk. I was like, that's not a feel good story. He's pressing him. His daughter's sick at home, and he still has to work, and he's telling him, yeah, we still work, JJ. That's not a feel-good story at all, bro. That's just another example of the current state of capitalism and how much we value work and things of that sort over everything else, over just a quality of living. What are we without our jobs? It shouldn't be like this. America's at a crossroads right now. I don't need to electric slide and turn up and have I could do that outside of this political event. I could do that outside of the polls. I don't need to swag surf to get the point across through that this is a very important time in American history and in the history of the world. I don't need no tap dancing to get my attention to do that. And when you do stuff like that, it's a slap in the face to me. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Let me go charge this camera. Y'all go have a good day. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is the Road to 5K subs. Nate, Cam, thank y'all for showing love in the chat today. Until next time, y'all, please take care of.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Good question.
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Okay, Rashad.